Welcome back to Vegan's Voyage. Today, we're diving into the world of plant-based meal prep. We're gonna break it all down into 5 simple steps, easy peasy lemon squeezy, just how we like it. We'll be chopping, we'll be prepping, and we'll be cooking up some deliciousness that'll have you feeling good from the inside out. So, grab your aprons, put on your happy faces, and let's get this plant-based party started. Alright my friends, the first step to conquering this whole plant-based meal prep thing is planning. Just like we map out a road trip, we gotta map out our meals for the week. Don't worry, this ain't no complicated algebra problem, it's all about making our lives easier and tastier. Grab yourself a pen and paper or open up that notes app on your phone, whatever makes you feel organized and ready to go. Now, let's talk about what you love to eat. Are you feeling some hearty bowls, some vibrant salads, or maybe some comforting soups? Write those babies down. Once you've got your meals picked out, it's time to break it down further. Let's say you're craving a yummy lentil soup for lunch. Write down all the ingredients you need: lentils, veggie broth, your favorite veggies like carrots, celery and onions, maybe a little garlic and some herbs for that extra flavor. Don't forget about snacks. We gotta keep our energy up throughout the day, and what better way than with some delicious and nutritious plant-based snacks? Think about things like fruits, veggies with hummus, a handful of nuts, or maybe even some energy balls made with dates and oats. Now once you have your meals and snacks all planned out, take a look at your list and see what ingredients you already have on hand. Maybe you have some leftover quinoa from last night's dinner or some ripe bananas begging to be made into a smoothie. Check your pantry, peek into your fridge, and give your freezer a little hello. Now, with our list complete, we're ready to hit the grocery store, armed with our plan, and ready to gather all the delicious ingredients to fuel our bodies. Alright my friends, it's time to put on our comfy shoes, grab our reusable bags, and head to the grocery store. Grocery shopping doesn't have to be a chore, it's like a treasure hunt for delicious, healthy ingredients. And with our trusty list in hand, we're gonna navigate those aisles like pros. First things first, let's make a beeline for the produce section. This is where the magic happens, my friends. We're talking vibrant greens, juicy tomatoes, colorful peppers, and all sorts of goodness that'll make our meals sing with flavor. Don't be afraid to get a little adventurous and try something new. Maybe you've never had bok choy before, or you're curious about that purple cauliflower. This is your chance to explore and expand your plant-based horizons. Now, as you're filling your cart with all those beautiful fruits and veggies, remember to choose organic whenever possible. It might cost a little extra, but it's an investment in your health and the health of our planet. Next up, let's head over to the bulk food section. This is a great place to stock up on things like grains, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds without all the unnecessary packaging. Bring your own reusable containers or bags, weigh them before you fill them up, and voila! You're reducing waste and saving money at the same time. It's a win-win. Now, as we venture further into the grocery store, don't be afraid to explore the aisles with plant-based alternatives. There are so many amazing options these days for things like milk, cheese, yogurt, and even meatless meats. Look for brands that use whole food ingredients and are low in sodium and processed oils. And remember, reading labels is key. Don't be fooled by fancy packaging or marketing claims. Take a moment to check the ingredient list and make sure you're comfortable with what you're putting into your body. Chapter 3: Prepping Ingredients, Setting Ourselves Up for Success. Alright my friends, we're back from our grocery shopping adventure, our refrigerators are stocked with colorful goodness, and we're ready to roll up our sleeves and get prepping. This is where we lay the foundation for smooth and stress-free cooking throughout the week. First things first, let's give everything a good wash. We want to make sure our fruits, veggies, and herbs are squeaky clean before we start chopping and dicing. You can use a veggie wash or simply rinse them under cool running water, gently rubbing away any dirt or debris, and don't forget to pat them dry with a clean kitchen towel. Now comes the fun part: chopping. Gather your cutting boards, your sharpest knives, and let's get slicing and dicing. If you're new to the chopping game, don't worry, practice makes perfect. Start with easier vegetables like cucumbers, zucchini, or bell peppers. As you get more comfortable, you can move on to trickier ones like onions. No more tears, I promise. Here's a little tip. Try to chop your veggies into uniform sizes. This will not only make your meals look more appealing, but it'll also help them cook evenly. Now, as we're chopping away, let's talk about storage. We want to make sure our prepped ingredients stay fresh and vibrant all week long. Airtight containers are our best friends here. Grab yourself a variety of sizes, from small ones for things like chopped herbs and spices, to larger ones for chopped veggies and fruits. Glass containers are a great option because they're durable, dishwasher safe, and they won't absorb any flavors or odors. Once you've got your containers ready, label them with the date and contents. This will help you keep track of what you have and prevent any food from getting lost in the back of the fridge. Now, while we're on a roll, let's talk about pre-cooking. Chapter 4. Cooking in Batches, the Secret to Effortless Meals. Alright my friends, it's time to turn up the heat and get cooking. But hold on, we're not just whipping up one meal here, we're cooking in batches, baby. That's right, we're gonna maximize our time and effort by making enough food to last us several days. Think of it like this. We're investing a little extra time now to save ourselves a whole lot of time and energy later on. Plus, we'll have delicious homemade meals ready to go whenever hunger strikes. No more relying on takeout or frozen dinners. So, what are we gonna cook? The possibilities are endless. Let's start with a hearty soup or stew. These are perfect for batch cooking because they actually taste better the longer they sit. The flavors have more time to meld and develop, creating a symphony of deliciousness in every bowl. Imagine this. A big pot of lentil soup simmering on the stove, filling your kitchen with the most comforting aroma. You can practically taste the warmth and nourishment in every spoonful. And the best part is, you'll have enough to enjoy for lunch or dinner throughout the week. Now, let's talk about another batch cooking superstar grain bowls. These are a meal prepper's dream come true. They're quick, easy, and infinitely customizable. Start with a base of your favorite cooked grain like quinoa, brown rice, or farro. Then layer on your favorite roasted veggies, some leafy greens, a plant-based protein like chickpeas or tofu, and a flavorful dressing. You can even prep all the components separately and assemble your bowls as you go. Talk about a grab-and-go lunch or dinner option, and don't forget about breakfast. Batch cooking breakfast is a game changer, especially if you're always rushing out the door in the mornings. Overnight oats are a classic for a reason. They're super easy to make and they're packed with nutrients to fuel your day. Chapter 5. Storing and reheating. Keeping it fresh and flavorful. Alright my friends, we've planned, we've shopped, we've prepped, we've cooked. Can you believe how far we've come? We're practically plant-based meal prep ninjas at this point. But our journey's not over yet. We've got one last but very important step: storing and reheating our delicious creations. We've put in all this effort to make these amazing meals, so we want to make sure they stay fresh, flavorful, and ready to enjoy all week long. And the key to achieving this is proper storage. Remember those airtight containers we talked about earlier? This is where they really shine. Once your cooked meals have cooled down to room temperature, transfer them into these trusty containers, making sure to leave a little bit of space at the top to allow for expansion if you're freezing them. Now before you seal the deal, let's talk about labels. Labeling your containers might seem like a small detail, but trust me, it'll make your life so much easier when you're rummaging through the fridge or freezer, trying to find something to eat. Use a permanent marker to write the name of the dish and the date you made it on the container. This will help you keep track of how long your meals have been stored and prevent any food waste. Now for the grand finale, reheating. Reheating your meals properly is just as important as storing them correctly. We want to make sure we're bringing back all those delicious flavors and textures that we worked so hard to create. For soups, stews, and grain bowls, the stovetop is your best friend. Simply transfer the desired portion into a pot or saucepan and heat it over medium heat, stirring occasionally until heated through. You can add a splash of water or broth if needed to loosen up the consistency. And there you have it, friends. Plant-based meal prep made easy in just 5 simple steps. I hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, it's all about finding what works best for you and your lifestyle. Don't be afraid to experiment with different recipes. Get creative with your meal combinations, and most importantly, have fun with it. Cooking should be a joyful experience, a way to show love to yourself and those you care about. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more plant-based goodness. Until next time, take care and happy cooking.